Hello, everyone. I don't know what time it is right now. I think it's around midnight. I'm winding down. I have my do-rag on. I have my shades on because I hate bright lights in my face. My eyes are very sensitive. But welcome, everyone. I don't know what this video is going to be about. It's going to be a long one because we're trying to get our watch hours up, our watch time up. But if you're new here, welcome. My name is Sam. I am the artist, writer, and creator of Blood Shadow. This is Blood Shadow in a physical form. I basically turned my 2D character comic book into a 3D physical form. Physical form. Everyone hates this toy, by the way. I've gotten well over 5,000 comments worth of hate. Everyone hated this figure. They said I can get something better off Temu and many other things. But it's my first toy, and I think it's pretty good for my first one. I did all the designs, the 3D drawing, because you have to do the front, back, side to side, all of that stuff. But anyways, we're gonna design more toys later on. But the main thing I want to talk about is comic books. My channel. We're at 1,100 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. What does that mean? Absolutely nothing for now. We're still trying to drive sales, push sales of our books. Right now, we have a 4-book bundle available at deathclubcomics.com. Issue 4 is now available in a single issue. I will always have single issues available. I mean, look at this beautiful cover. I mean, this is amazing. And, to let you guys know that I am the artist and the writer of my comic book series. I do pretty much everything from penciling, inking, lettering, coloring. So I did the covers. I did pretty much everything. I'm a one-man show. I'm a one-man band. Basically, my channel is to document being a solo comic book creator, a solo comic book studio, showing you guys that it can be done. Issue number 5 is coming soon. I've been extremely busy just trying to figure out how I'm going to pretty much do that as far as shooting everything, because we're doing everything from beginning to end. I'm sorry, but I do not think that I can pencil by hand for issue number 5. I will pretty much do digital pencils. I will print everything out and I will ink everything traditionally because, I'm 4 issues in. I've been around for a couple of years. I should be at a point where I can drop a book monthly or every 2 months or even quarterly. My dog is barking. Or even quarterly, right? 4 books per year. I still think that's pretty small. The goal should be 5 books per year. We should start the year off. We should end the year with a graphic novel, a trade paperback. There should be a volume per year, and we'll figure out a way. I'll be documenting everything. So basically, this is how everything will be: pencil, ink, all of that will be documented. Right? Digital pencils on my tablet. I have my Huion tablet. We'll print everything out on my Epson, scan everything. Well, no. We're skipping steps. I got a drafting table. So I will do all of the inking on the drafting table. I'll probably have a bunch of top-down shots. I have a C-stand. I have this really bright light so we can just get, clean footage, Yes, I do it all, guys. I am a filmmaker too, pretty much. I'm trying to have the best equipment. I do suffer from being a perfectionist, but the difference between me and you is that I get things done. And I'm here to document that. There's nothing wrong with being a perfectionist, but just make sure you start something and you finish it, you get something done. And that's what we are working on right now. I mean, I don't want anything to be perfect as far as the process for issue number 5, but I want to be prepared. I want to be extremely prepared. So the day in the life will be, penciling, inking, showing all of that. The scanning process, I scan everything here after we print out our digital pencils. Once I scan everything, we clean it up. So then the shot will be basically, it'll be different shots of me on my tablet coloring, whatever page is done for that day. And that will be, I mean, essentially, I will be showing you guys all of the pages, I believe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how everything is received. But, and then that will be, you know, the page of the day. And then I have to figure out editing and posting. So, yeah, that will be kind of tough. So, I guess probably the following day, I will probably edit, upload a video, and then start on the next one. And I'm pretty much gonna give myself 45 days to finish issue number 5, and that will be volume number 1, where it'll collect issues 1 through 5. And the reason why I'm giving myself this timeline is because I have a son on the way, baby number 2. And when my son is born, I want to be able to just drive sales, just make videos of the book. I don't want to have to be working on anything. I'd rather just, you know, help out, you know, the mother of my child and, you know, tend to her needs, my daughter's needs. You know, I'd rather just focus majority of my energy on my family. And, you know, I would just post videos about volume 1. You know, everyone wants a number 1. A lot of people, quote unquote, don't buy single issues because they rather wait on. This thing is giving me a headache. Oh my goodness. I think I put it on too tight. I think I put this thing on way too tight. But we can see the waves though. Oh man. That hurt. Ooh. Anyways, yes. That's the goal. So 45 days. I don't want to be crazy and say, oh, I'm going to do this in 30 days, you know, because it's going to be around 20. We'll see. I want issue 5 to be a pretty big book. I was thinking about 30 pages, and I would give myself 30 days to do 30 pages, but that is doing way too much because although I'm a full-time comic book creator, I'm a full-time dad. So, yeah. And people try to figure out, how do I even do it? You know, I was able to finish issue number 4 and number 3 while raising my child full time. And, you know, she's, I think 15, she's going to be 16 months soon. And my daughter's at a point where I can sit down on my desk. She can run around in my garage all day. I got rubber mats. I bring her toys in here, put some on the TV, and I can get to work. So I'm definitely blessed with a child that's not high maintenance. In the beginning, yes, it was a lot. It was definitely tough. But, you know, my workflow was working overnight, late at night. But now my goal is I'm really just trying to fight and push to wake up every day at 4 a.m. You know, the goal is to like wake up at 4 a.m., plan the day, start the day, and just get to it, right? Penciling, print everything out, inking, and everything will be spread out throughout the day. You know, like my thing is like, how can I treat this as a 9 to 5? When you're working 8 hours a day and you're sitting on a desk, you should be, you know, getting to work. And my 8 hours, my 9 to 5 should be penciling, inking, and coloring, and going from there. I can draw relatively fast. Penciling digitally will be it'll be a lot easier than doing all the pencils. I don't have to worry about erasing, you know. But I need more control when it comes to inking everything. What else? I mean, I'm pretty much going to do a lot of cuts of all of my but yeah, that is the goal. I'm documenting everything, whether you see me succeed or fail. We'll see if we can get to the finish line. I am tired of my dog barking every second. These German Shepherds, man. But also, we have sketch covers. All right. We have, the red looks atrocious. Okay, we have sketch covers. So this is Absolute Batman versus Blood Shadow. I think moving forward, so I do not like fan art. Hate fan art. Will not do it. I would rather draw my own character. But to build my following as an artist, because I've showed everyone, I've been doing a lot of showing and no telling. Showed you guys my studio. Have to do an update, by the way. Showed you guys my studio, done unboxing of everything, my tablet, my drafting table, now it's time to really put pen to paper. Although I do have books available, I can say I have books. We are getting things done, but I need to show the process more of me drawing. But here is a cover. I mean, here is a sketch cover printed with Mixam. And actually, they made a mistake with this one. So also, I wanted to experiment to see what uncoated looks like, right? So this is what uncoated looks like. And they printed my books without any text in the thought bubbles. But the way this color came out, hold on, I want to show another page that I just thought was like amazing. I mean, not this one, but I mean, I can show you guys this one. So this one right here, no type of, we have the word balloons, but no text. So let me see, where's the camera at? I like how the uncoated looks. I think it looks pretty good. One of my favorite pages. The colors look really good. The cool thing about uncoated is that, the colors can be extremely vibrant and it'll look really good. Really good. This is one of my favorite pages, man. I wanted to keep this white so the focus can be on, the character. For issue 5, I definitely want there to be more dynamic poses. I thought this was really dope. Again, colored by me. I just want more dynamic poses. There's a lot of talented artists out there. I've been spending a lot of time looking at like manga artists. I just love just how there's a lot of talent out there, man. Too many sweats out there, but we still gonna get to it. But all in all, no fan art. But to build myself, if I could just do blood shadow versus like a power scaling kind of thing, I hate power scaling. But the cool thing is that I know how to draw. And the fact that I know how to draw, I can draw blood shadow killing every single character out there. I can do blood shadow versus Wolverine, blood shadow versus Spider-Man, blood shadow versus Thanos. It does not matter. They always say, the only character that wins is whoever the writer writes about. But for me, it's whoever I draw. And I feel like, my drawings will probably spark controversy because it was like, who is this character right here with a gun? And why is he beating up on killing, all of these characters? I mean, it's almost like a Deadpool versus the MCU or, whatever the issue was, or even the Punisher. I would love to do Punisher versus Blood Shadow. That would be insane. We're 13 minutes into this video. And I know a lot of people do not watch my videos in full. There's actually a subscriber that has been, asking me to shout him out. His name is Sebastian. Sebastian, I'm shouting you out. So we made it to 13 minutes. Here's your shout out. Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to get these watch hours, man. But if you're still here, man, thank you so much. You know what I should do for people that, like, when I start doing longer videos, I should just do like a secret code where if you made it this far, here is the code to whatever, just to get people to watch. But go to deathclubcomics.com. I have 19 by 27. I have one poster. The size is 19 by 27. People have told me that is a dumb idea. That's the stupidest thing you've ever done. That is a weird size, a horrible size. I just like oversized stuff. I like, big size, everything. Pause. Big posters, big prints on the t-shirt. Yeah. I think it'll look dope. I mean, that poster back there, it's not 19 by 27. It's a little bit bigger than that. But that one wasn't selling. I'll probably put it back up. But I have another artwork that is available. I have this 4-book bundle. I'm not sure if people are waiting for the trade paperback, so that's why I'm trying to just hurry up, complete that, and then we can drop that and kind of go from there. All in all, this journey has been amazing. I appreciate all of you. Like I said earlier, we're at 1,100 subscribers. What does that mean? Not too sure. My views are still kind of like, all over the place. I don't know if it's because I'm like not that consistent. If my description is off, my titles suck, my thumbnails suck. We don't really know. I have no idea. We'll figure it out. But some videos do well. So it really does depend on the title. And a lot of things, because I am new, it's probably going to be a lot harder to find people to watch my videos or even click on it. Like, why should I click on this? No one's viewing it. I'm not going to view it. I'm not going to be the first person. Who knows? But when you use other people's names, like I think I did something like what I learned from Yusuke Murata from One Punch Man. I think like lessons from, or I think it was lessons from Kentaro Miura, one of them. So I think if I do something like that, what I learned from them and how I'm like applying things or whatever, even if I did something where it's like things I learned from like Kim Jong-gi, or using other popular figures, characters to drive or boost some type of visibility. Like, hey, if you like this, check this out. Although that's something that I actually advise against. Whenever I explain my comic book, I would never say something like, oh, my comic book is a mixture between Hey Arnold and Rick and Morty. I would never do that. I am tired of people using their, what's the word am I looking for? Their like approach to marketing is by using like other forms of properties. I think your books or anything that you create, your original IP or your OC, should be something that you created on your own. Sure, we all draw inspiration from somewhere, but it's not from that. Like a lot of people were saying like, oh, your character is a mixture between Spawn and the Punisher. And I'm like, I mean, I guess, but that's not what I ultimately was like, doing. Yeah, I'm a fan of the Punisher. I have a bunch of toys, books. Sure, people can say the skull, but this is an actual skull head. And by the way, Blood Shadow is human. This is a human being, by the way. So we'll get into that later on. But yeah, if you're working on comic books, don't say, oh, it's a mixture between G.I. Joe and the A-Team. Don't do that, man. Don't do that. And I know that's how people try to either make sense of things or go with what's familiar. But I'm pretty sure when John Wick came out, no one was like, oh, that's just like this and this and this. But then it's like when I come up with something, oh, it's just like John Wick in a nutshell. But it's just like when that came out, no one was doing that. So treat my property and other people's property with the same respect. That's all I'm asking. Don't, if you see somebody that's very passionate about, oh, I just finished my graphic novel and this and that, here's my comic book or whatever, don't go into the comments saying like, oh, is it a mixture between this and this? Please stop doing that. Stop doing that. All right. A lot of these people work very hard to come up with their own original ideas and their original characters just for someone to just say, oh, I know what that is. That's Buzz Lightyear mixed with Vegeta. Let's stop doing that. Anyways, we are close to 18 minutes into this video. This is pretty much a yap session. I love to talk. Talking is very easy. I can talk about my comic book all day, every day. I don't want to say I'm going to go on a rant soon, but there's a lot of things that I do not like that needs to be addressed. For context, please just be positive, guys. There's way too much negativity in this world. The last thing we need is, negativity, especially in this industry, this community. Follow your dreams. If I can do it, you can too. I'm still trying to do it, still trying to figure it out. I found early success, but the main thing is maintaining that. Not about staying relevant, but just trying to figure out, how do we keep things going? How do we continue to elevate and go from there? Once we have, large volume of orders, what do we do? How can we put aside money for certain things? Like, I really want to work on like a toy line. And people say, yo, why would you do or make toys when your character isn't popular? Bro, who cares? Imagine I blow up out of nowhere. Someone goes on my website and like, oh, wow, he has comic books and posters. and plushies and toys. Who is this guy? Who are you? So, also, I hate when people try to box me in. People have tried to box me in my entire life. Sick and tired of it. If I want to make toys, let me make toys. It's my life. Someone's going to like it. And especially the way I present it, someone's going to like my story. I'm from South Central Los Angeles. There are no toy designers here, nor comic book creators. However, there's probably, Black and Latino kids that want to be that, a toy designer or a comic book creator, but they don't have a role model that's doing it to show them that it can be possible. So that's another reason why I am doing something. I am being the person that I wanted to see when I was a child. And yeah, I can do it. You can too. It doesn't matter where you're from, your circumstances. It does not matter. I'm also working on animation. That is also why I've been extremely busy. I do animation on the side for clients, and I think animation and comic books work hand in hand because you are drawing the same thing over and over again. You're still drawing, so you'll never really lose anything, right? But I want to do animation for this guy right here, and I don't really have time to wait on a studio. Animation is extremely expensive. And I don't know how I'm going to be able to do animation and comic books. One idea that I had was, hey, let's dedicate 6 months to comic books and 6 months to animation. By the 6th month, you should have your graphic novel ready, and that's your book for the year. You're done. 6 books per year. That's it. And then the rest of the 6 months, you focus on animation. And the animation will just drive sales because it'll be about my character and the book. You'll learn, the lore, pretty much everything. It'll be simple. It'll be cool. It'll be fun. But the main thing for animation is to drive sales. And eventually, once we have like an insane amount of cash flow, then we can step into investing, right? Investing in, toys, but investing in people. The plan is, imagine I can have a team of animators that I pay a salary to, and we're just pumping out content. All I would have to worry about, I'll probably still do it on the side here and there, but I got to get people that's like insane, right? Like crazy level. In a nutshell, all I want to do is create comic books. Just sit me in my office where I can just draw and write, and my team handles everything else. Like imagine I just have like this building or warehouse. We have like the logistics team, like the fulfillment department that's shipping out books. We have our animators. And then I'll also probably hire comic book, artists too. I would just write everything and I would just do everything the Marvel way. Hey, here's a summary, draw it out. Then I would approve and not, approve anything, but we just have like a well-oiled machine. Like Death Club Comics will just be this huge conglomerate, this huge house where we do pretty much everything. The animation will just promote the books, and we're just pumping everything out, pumping out content, YouTube videos, pretty much doing it all. And then when the cash flow is just immaculate, so insane, we can open up a store. And it'll be a comic book store, but it will only be a store where I sell my comic books. I think I will sell my comic books. I would definitely want to sell indie comics just to help, the young creators out there. You know what I'm saying? Give them a voice, a platform. I would sell high-end art supplies that aren't available in my community. I'll probably just go to Japan and just drop stupid dough on supplies. We're talking Pentel brush pens, different kind of pens, screen tone sheets, manga supplies, comic book supplies if you want to create comic books. that's my dream. That's what I want. Then I would have other books like rare, art books, animation books, little manga section. But as far as carrying DC, Marvel, we ain't doing that. Trust me. And I don't know. Maybe I could probably sell shoes too. Have a sneaker account with Nike or something. But yeah, that's like my dream. Open up a store, have a warehouse, and show you guys that, for one, you can do all of this without an investor. You guys are the investors. You buy the product. The product is good. It's great. You tell a friend. That friend says another friend. You subscribe to the channel. You follow me on Instagram at MadeFamous, FAMUS, Death Club Comics. And we just grow this thing to an unbelievable and insane level that's almost never been seen before. How can I create something? How can I just be like the Tyler Perry of comic books and animation, or Ryan Coogler or Christopher Nolan? How can I just be on just like this elite level? How can I beat out Image Comics, Todd McFarlane, McFarlane Toys? We gonna have Death Club Toys, Death Club Animation, Death Club Entertainment, Death Club Studios. Have it all. Merchandise. I started off with merchandise first. So possibilities are endless. As you guys can see, I am very passionate about all of this. And I'm obsessed. You can't beat someone that is obsessed. I'm extremely obsessed with this. I hyper consume a lot of things, but I also produce. But I consume art, artists, everything. I'm constantly studying, reverse engineering everything. And I want you guys to do the same thing with my channel. Whether I succeed or fail, you can see what worked, what didn't work, and apply it to your life. And that's the beauty of like social media, where I don't have to sell you a course. Hey, pay me $7,000 and I'll teach you how to do this. No. Just watch everything I do. Just watch what I do. Put your little, swag into it. You feel me? But yeah, man, this is all for free. I'm not going to have a Patreon. You guys are already subscribing to Netflix, HBO Max, Paramount Plus, Peacock. We're not adding, a subscription to, I have a product. Or you can watch my YouTube videos. We can get to a point where I could monetize. And I make money from you guys just watching me yap all day. And I'll just take the YouTube money and still reinvest into the business and to the brand for someone else to, you can support someone for free or financially. Either way, it all helps. Commenting, liking, sharing. There are free ways for you to support someone. And, I really hope someone watches this whole video and get some type of inspiration. The moral of this whole video is that you can do it too. If I can do it, you can too. I'm not a superhero. We make villain stories. You gotta have some personality. You have to be able to speak in front of a camera. I don't know if my phone is gonna die or the iPad is gonna die. I have a monitor right here where I can see myself. But 30 minutes in. You see how easy this is? But the only thing that sucks is that no one's watching it right now. People can probably binge later on. We'll do like a, But what do you guys think about my microphone though? I think it's sick. I think it's dope. I think it's cool. Yeah. This is me being open, vulnerable, letting you guys know what my dreams are. I love social media and content creating. Like the tools that I have like this big softbox in front of me to make everything look beautiful. We're shooting this on an iPhone. I have a C stand for all my top down shots. Like I'm trying to get everything ready to just work on issue number 5. I have my drafting table. Again, just trying to get the perfect, setup to prepare myself. I'm basically preparing for issue number 5. The main thing is just okay, what's pretty much next. Summarizing issue number 5, going over issues 1 through 4, see what we did, and then just it'll be a continuation. It'll spill over to issue number 6, but I want to do like a big fight scene. It will be too soon to do it with Shrognoff the Silent Fang. It'll definitely be with the Coyotes, but I have to do it right. But all in all, man, I'm extremely excited. Please hold me accountable. This has been an extremely fun journey. The only reason why I'm still doing this is because I've sold, close to 5,000 copies of my books already, and this works. There's something here. Someone said I'm underrated, but that's okay. Because, then there'll be a time where people say that I'm overrated. And by then, it's going to be a wrap, man. But I think the exciting part right now is that you guys are here, the early stages. And let everyone know I'm coming, man. Pause. I'm coming after everyone. Every single person in this industry. And I'm not going to stop. Nothing will stop me. I will be the best, artist and writer of my series because I pencil, ink, and I color. I do it all. I pretty much do everything. I think everyone should. My hot take is that writers should write novels. Anyways, I'm kidding. We need to bring back comic book artists having more shine than comic book writers. Comic book writers can write 5-6 books in a month, where an artist can only produce a book per month. But it's not about the book per month where people are waiting. Showing the process will reveal your true core fans. You will give them something to be excited for. Like, while I watched the process of this book, now it's time for me to buy it and experience it. That's why there's nothing wrong with drawing a book per month. But if we can show the process, us artists, especially with everything going on with AI, and some people say, showing the process is almost like surveillance and this and that. Hey, man, get it together, all right? Social media can be your friend and a powerful tool. You don't really need privacy to showcase the process. I don't know. You guys can tell me otherwise, but it's almost like that weird gatekeeping thing where artists don't want to tell you what tools they're using, what pens or paper they're using. Like, come on, man, we're just drawing on paper, bro. Like, relax. Spill the beans, bro. It doesn't mean I'm going to be better than you, or take your spot. I'm going to take everyone's spot. I mean, spots are getting snatched up. Oh, recording will stop in 5 minutes due to critical battery. Connect your iPad to a power source. Man, I don't care about this iPad, man. I'm on my iPhone. Well, 35 minutes. I think we should end it here. My name is Sam, everyone. I'm the artist, writer, and creator of Blood Shadow. Here is my book again. And I think I'm going to be ranting a lot more in the future. So please listen to your boy when you're on your way to work, when you're working out, when you're on a walk with your dog, whatever. But I think this is a pretty long time. Hopefully this can get thousands of views so my watch hours can just fly to the roof, man. But thank you guys for 1,100 subscribers. Peace.